Oh well. The African Democratic Congress ADC has urged Peter Obi, the 2023 presidential candidate of the Labour Party, to decide whether he wants to join the party or not. The ADC emphasized that it's not willing to pressure Obi into membership, despite his influence within the coalition. ADC spokesperson Bolaji Abdullahi said, "We want Peter Obi to join us in building a political party that can reset Nigerian politics and provide a credible alternative. However, if zoning is a condition for Obi's participation, he might need to wait until the party reaches that stage. If zoning is a condition." Well, ADC says zoning is not currently on the table, prioritizing instead to convince Nigerians of its credibility. Or Peter Obi expressed concern about the coalition's stability due to unresolved zoning issues. Abdullahi described the coalition as stable, highlighting the party's expansion to 27 to 28 states without holding political office. Well, Yunus Atanko, Obi's former campaign spokesman, urged the ADC to give Obi more time for consultation, signaling Obi's potential run for the 2027 presidency. We still have Comrade Destiny Enabulele and Prince Nixon Okwara. Well, I'm pretty sure the stance Prince Nixon will take on this one. But first, let me start off with let me start off with you, Comrade Destiny Enabulele. You're pointing fingers at me already. I haven't even asked the question yet. Well, do you think Obi should go? Because from what we have right now, it's pretty obvious that zoning is not on the table. Zoning is not on the table in the ADC. It's all about unseating President Tinubu in 2027. There's nothing about the South or the North during a particular number of years in office. Now, how do you react to this? Is this something you would like Peter Obi, with his influence, to dive into, if at all, there will be headway for another party to get into power in 2027?
Mr. Moses, before I answer this question, let me quickly stop from where Prince stopped. I don't know, perhaps to raise...
You want to react to...
Yeah, okay, correct things. Yes. You see, when he said that Sarah is not acting in opposition, I sympathize with him very sincerely. The role of civil society or not-profit, it is to be a watchdog to everybody and to everybody. And that's exactly what Sarah has been doing over time, because I've worked with them at a time. In profit, in not-profits, they are what we call core mandates or core areas. And we all know the core areas of Sarah. That has to do economic and whatever. And INEC happens to be for... I think Prince needs to know that. He needs to know, because this issue of when somebody speaks or try to reveal certain ills and you not tell the person to be the evil of the government, it will not do us any good. Because we are all yearning for a state or perhaps a country that is good for all of us, where our children can go and vie for any position without knowing anybody. That's the country, that's the society we are clamoring for. Please, Mr. Prince, we need to get this so that...
All right, then. Your point has been made. Your point has been made. React to the question.
The issue of fighting corruption, sir. The issue of fighting corruption that they raised, that they are not with anybody. You and I know that the former governor of Delta State, Okowa, at a point was alleged. But today, we can't hear anything about the case. And today, he has been made whether the South Side or South coordinator for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the state has been forgiven. Let us call it spade a spade. This country belongs to all of us, not for a selected individual. Nobody is more in Nigeria than I, Destiny Enabulele. I was born in Nigeria, and I'm a Nigerian. I wasn't born before the independence. So I'm more a Nigerian than many of them. To be very sincere. So for me, we must call it spade I got it for. And let me try to go back to your question now. The issue of ADC. I've said this in other platforms. The ADC must sit back. See, the issue of saying they must work in isolation or PDP work in isolation, they must see. For me, I want all the opposition to come together and form a formidable force That is the only way they can face this government that currently presiding over this country. Because with utmost humility, the man at the end of affairs knows this game. He's a smart man. But whether it's intelligent, that is what I don't know. No, I've been saying this thing over and over. He's a very smart man.
Comrade Destiny,
yes, sir.
let me ask you, should Obi join the ADC? What do you expect to be his role or his position in ADC?
You see, Obi is not becoming a movement. He's a figure, whether you like it or not in this country. He's a man that I like, but not love. I like him very well. That is me for you. For Obi, for me, the kind of person we want now to take us from this quagmire is a man that is selfless. And I see it in Obi with utmost humility and simplicity. We don't need the core politician. Tell me to. I'm sorry. We need a man that is selfless, that can be able to, take Nigeria as a company. As a company, although we are not yet there. Our former governor of Edo State tried to do that kind of show. That's the SY governor, Obaseki. But to some of us that time, we said, we are not yet there.
Okay, all right. Comrade, one last question before I bring in Prince Nixon. Now, if Obi joins the ADC, do you expect? Is it possible for him to get to be on the ballot as a flag bearer? Do you see that happening?
I don't see that happening. You see, because I have been following the trend. I have been following the evolution of ADC. Because there are some. No, I'm not even a state leader. Not to talk of a national leader. Those national leaders, with utmost humility, if they know what is good for us as a people, when I say us, not as ADC, as a country, they need to sit back. Let all of them bury their pride, their interests, and have a holistic interface. Holistic, where you and I, when I say you and I, those that are in the meeting, speak their mind freely. They will be able to arrive at a consensus. The issue of saying from the very issue, from the betting of the ADC, they've already zeroed in on somebody.
Okay, all right. Destiny, will you want Obi to run as running mate to Atiku Abubakar? Will you like that?
With utmost humility, yes and no, because I want Obi to be in the pilot. In the pilot, I want him to be in the pilot because it will give the needed crowd and kind of sincerity and how would I put it? A kind of belief and trust from the people.
All right.
So that depends on who is that presidential candidate that he will not be the running mate to. Can it be the running mate, or can it be the president himself by way of the candidate of the party? Those are more than $1 million question.
Thank you so much.
Sit back and see how we answer it.
All right, thank you so much, Comrade Destiny, for submission. Prince Nixon Okwara, what do you make of this? The statement made by the ADC to Peter Obi. Make up your mind now. Some people will add before it's too late, and the fact that we have Eunice Tanko still on his own side saying that Obi will talk in no distant time. The former vice presidential candidate that ran with Peter Obi for the Labour Party in 2023 told Nigerians that Peter Obi is still a Labour Party member. What do you have to say about this? Do you see Obi moving into the ADC with the likes of Atiku Abubakar already picking the party membership card and other political bigwigs that we've seen align or join the ADC? And what do you think this will be? What do you think this will portend for the 2027 election?
Yeah, thank you very much for that question. The gospel truth here, if we have to say it the way it is, Obi moving into ADC will be the worst mistake he will make. One is that the future of ADC is predetermined by its founder, in the sense that it's either Atiku or nobody. And I don't think it will be a very good political calculation. But be the fact that the most important thing for every politician is preservation, political preservation. Obi should look, if I was to be in his shoes, honestly speaking, I would drop a contesting 2027 election. Let me tell you something. I can personally Kwekwe to be like the Bernie Sanders of USA or Odinga of Kenya, who is almost a perennial contender. But one of the most important things Obi should be doing here now, like Bernie Sanders, who never won or become a president of America. But if you look at his political movements, youth-driven enthusiasm and those moral narrative has been able to reshape American politics and all that. Obi can be all that, and if eventually the nature permits and also political landscape permits, he can still become the president. But contesting and moving into ADC for 2023 would be his greatest political mistake. Let's take it from the fact that the leadership, the presidential candidates of ADC is already predetermined, like I likely said. And we know that the man who is going for that ticket is his side of the politics. He's the one that killed PDP. He almost destroyed PDP even under Obasanjo. So it's always the politics of it's either me or nobody.
Okay, all right, Prince. It looks like you're trying to redefine the dictionary definition of perennial. The last time I checked, Peter Obi has contested presidency only once.
Yeah,
so why is he becoming perennial?
No, why I'm saying, I said he has opportunity, because if he contests 2027 and lost, he will be like the perennial I used was for Dinga, who is perennial. So I'm telling you that he should, if I will advise him, he should just give up everything about 2027, because when you look at it, even the articles and the rest of them knows that they can only make an impact politically with the likes of Obi, maybe because of the southeastern.
All right, okay, all right. I'll take that as a concluding thought, but I think I missed something. What I got from you is that he looks like now Odinga and Bernie Sanders and all of that. Oh, well, we must say a very big thank you to you, Prince Nixon Okwara, for being part of the show. We also extend our warm regards to Comrade Destiny Enabolele, who was also part of this show. We appreciate your presence. We also had Barrister Darlington Agomo, who joined us in the morning show on the first topic of discussion. Well, I must say a very big thank you to you, gentlemen. On behalf of the backroom staff, the technical director, bus manager, the ingest manager, and the sound engineer, and my colleagues here, Moses Humphrey and Fina Okechukwu, I am Chukwu Mokoro. Must say a very big thank you to you for being part of this morning show. Now we'll go on a short break. At 10 o'clock, Moses and I will return for a newspaper review. Please do join us then. Bye for now.